Bryan, just start off by telling us about a couple of presentations that you have here at the conference and what their contents is.
I'm presenting two presentations and I've been involved in one panel. The panel in one presentation really looks at fast travel, so bag drop and kiosks for check-in, and the other presentation talks on the transformation of Melbourne Airport.
Let's just talk about the latter and Melbourne and transformation there. What are some of the challenges in that transformation?
So it's a transformation of an aged asset. So like all us good 40-year-olds, we have to reinvent ourselves occasionally, and that's the process that we're going through at the moment. Challenges of that is it's an expensive program of work. We're going to be spending billions of dollars, and we have to continue to grow the airport and operate it all at the same time.
And that lack of disruption is a key aspect. Is that one of the things you can learn from other developments, other airports, of course?
Yeah, part of that is definitely how we can make sure that we don't disrupt existing operations, how we can find best practice from around the world, and again, where do we find partners that have got leading edge technologies to assist us through the development itself.
Of course, as you talk about Melbourne and its transformation, the development there, that is not unconnected to the changing way passengers behave and therefore more automation, so hence bag drop is linked to that.
Very much so, and so we talk about a couple of the pillars in our transformation. One of them is what traditionally has been known as fast travel. We call it the virtualization of the passenger experience, where we're trying to make sure that it's a seamless journey, where we use technology to improve the processes at the airport.
What people I seem to sort of get an inkling are doing is learning how to really use that technology to best effect so that customers actually benefit from it, not just the fact, oh, you can do this, so customers actually want to do it.
And that's the point. That's exactly the point. We don't do these things just because we think they're nice to do. Actually, customers are pushing in that direction, particularly in Australia. So the time that we give them back, we have to find clever ways of making sure that they can utilize that time. And again, it's giving them the time back so that they can choose how they want to use our infrastructure that we provide them at the airport in a flexible way.
Is it a fact that passengers want some sort of control? Is that at the heart of it? They feel better when they know they have control themselves?
I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it is traditional check-in, you're sitting in a queue for 20 minutes. What you do with bag drop and kiosk check-in is you remove the queues completely. So when you're given an option to check in and you have to stand in a queue for 20 minutes or actually do something for yourself which is fairly easy and very intuitive, I think you choose that route because it just gives you a much faster process and it's very, very easy to do.
But you still want the balance of that being a human experience in a sense, so that there are people there in any kind of technical issue or any question.
Very much so, and that's where we see a lot of times there's a business case that's been made in terms of staff saving for check-in. We don't see that. What we do is we see that the role of the check-in agent has now changed from being somebody who sits behind a desk in a fairly defensive position typing in keystrokes to actually being on the front foot checking for passengers where they need help and actually changing that whole customer experience from one where people have to come to the check-in agent as opposed to now the check-in agent coming to you.
Why is it important to come to this event to share your ideas and share your thoughts?
Again, I think it's twofold. One of the things is we're very proud of what we're doing, and it's actually to share that message and get a lot of international interest. But probably more importantly is actually to get the message out there that we're busy with this, find best partners around the world, understand what's going on elsewhere, because we, by no means do we claim to be on bleeding edge, but we want to be. And it's actually learning from people that are actually out there doing these things all the time and actually adapting best practice ourselves. And
your experience of the conference is that it's worthwhile attending? I mean, there's so much going on. I guess you can't get into every conference.
Yeah, and so I've attended the PTE in various forms and from various organisations since its inception and missed a year or two along the way, but if there's one conference I have to choose around the world, this is it, because you get it all in one.